Imagine being laughed at by the people who swore to be your family. Imagine realizing that every compliment they gave you was actually an insult, a joke about your past, your poverty, your worth. Well, when I found out what my husband and his rich family really thought of me, I decided to give them a taste of what they truly deserved. And trust me, it burned all the way down. If you've ever been mocked by people who think they're better than you, if you've ever wanted to make arrogant people choke on their own hypocrisy, hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready. Because this isn't just revenge, it's poetic justice served cold. Or in this case, poured straight from a tequila bottle. Back in 2018, I married my now ex-husband, a man who, in hindsight, was the dictionary definition of privilege. He was born into money, the kind of money that buys silence and arrogance in equal measure. Me, I came from the exact opposite. My childhood was about hand-me-downs, double shifts, and learning early that if you wanted something, you earned it yourself. We met at his uncle's upscale restaurant. He was a customer, I was the server. He was charming, polite, well-dressed. He complimented my smile, tipped generously, and left his number on the receipt. I thought I'd stumbled into a fairy tale, that maybe love could bridge the gap between the world I came from and the world I'd never known. Spoiler alert, I was wrong. The first cracks showed not long after the wedding. His confidence turned into condescension. His affection became control. And his concern always came wrapped in words like, "Don't embarrass me," or "That's not how we do things." It wasn't just about me, it was about my background. He'd remind me, subtly at first, that I should be grateful for the life he provided. That if it weren't for him, I'd still be serving food. I should have seen the red flags waving like banners, but love and hope make you blind. So when his sister and her boyfriend flew in to visit, I wanted to make a good impression. I thought, maybe they'll be different. Maybe they'll see me for who I am. Yeah, no. We picked them up from the airport. His sister jumped into his arms, looked at me, and squealed, "Oh my God, she's totally Jordan's!" Her boyfriend laughed, my husband chuckled, and I just stood there smiling awkwardly, like, okay, what's Jordan's? My husband grinned and said, "It means you have great style." I thanked her, thinking, oh, cute nickname. Maybe they actually like me. For the rest of the trip, they kept calling me Jordans. Every time I walked into the room, "Hey Jordans, love your shoes." "Jordans, pour us some wine." It sounded playful, harmless. I even started to like it. Until the night everything changed. It was their last weekend before flying back. We decided to drink, unwind, have some fun. I opened a bottle of wine, a cheap one, because honestly, I just liked the taste. As we poured, her sister wrinkled her nose and said, "Ooh, what is this, grocery store wine?" Her boyfriend laughed. My husband joined in. My cheeks burned. I told myself, ignore it. They're drunk, it's fine. We moved on to truth or dare, and that's when the dare came. His sister, slurring her words, dared my husband tell her what Jordan's really means. He froze for a second, and then smirked. Okay, fine. It's what we call homeless people who have swag. The room exploded in laughter, like it was the funniest thing they'd ever heard. My throat tightened. I felt my heart drop straight into my stomach. I stared at them, unable to move, unable to speak. The people who called me family had been mocking my past this whole time. They weren't impressed by me. They were amused by me. That night, I didn't cry in front of them. I smiled, said nothing, and went to bed. But inside, something in me cracked open. And what spilled out wasn't sadness anymore. It was anger. Cold, quiet anger. The next morning, my husband pretended nothing had happened. When I brought it up, he looked at me like I was crazy. "Babe, it was just a joke. Don't take it so seriously." I pressed harder. Finally, he sighed and said, "Okay, fine. I might have told them about your background, just to prepare them." Prepare them? Like I was some kind of hazard? Like my upbringing needed a warning label? I stared at him, realizing I had married not just a narcissist, but someone ashamed of me. For the next few days, I avoided them. I kept to myself, pretended to be busy. They went hiking, shopping, laughing, and I stayed home, replaying every insult in my head. But on their second to last night, an opportunity walked straight into my hands. My husband had bought this very expensive bottle of tequila, something aged, imported, fancy enough to make him feel superior. We were supposed to open it the night before his sister left, and that's when the idea hit me. If they think they're so refined, so superior, let's see just how elite their taste really is. When they went hiking, I stayed behind. I pulled out my phone and started recording. I set it up on the counter, turned to the camera, and said, "Let's test their expensive palates, shall we?" Then I took the $200 tequila bottle and poured every drop down the drain. I refilled it with Sauza Gold. Cheap, harsh, and burny enough to peel paint. Then I sat down with a glass of the real thing and recorded a little message. In the video, you can see me sitting there with the bottle in hand saying, "I grew up poor, but I also grew up with love. With family dinners that didn't need chandeliers or crystal glasses. With people who cared more about each other than about status. You can buy a $1,000 bottle, but you can't buy decency. So tonight, while you sip your fake luxury, I'll be toasting to my real family. The ones who never made me feel less for having less." I took a few shots, laughed, and went to bed. By the time they returned from their hike, I was blissfully drunk on $200 worth of tequila and sweet anticipation. The next night, they gathered in the living room, talking about how this tequila was supposed to be special. I sat quietly, smiling as they poured the Sauza Gold into fancy glasses. They sniffed it, swirled it, and started talking like wine critics. Her sister said, "You can really taste the depth." Her boyfriend nodded, "So smooth. You can tell it's aged." Even my husband said, "Yeah, this is the good stuff." I almost choked trying not to laugh. Their faces, their smug, pretentious faces, savoring cheap liquor like it was liquid gold. That's when I stood up and said, "Actually, I made something for you all." I connected my phone to the TV, the screen lit up, and there I was, smiling into the camera, swapping the bottles. As they realized what they were watching, the room went dead silent. No one breathed, no one blinked. And then came my little speech about love, family, and what real worth looks like. When the video ended, I picked up the empty glasses from the table, looked each of them in the eye, and said softly, "Guess your elite palates aren't so refined after all." The silence was deafening. I walked away, leaving them sitting there in disbelief. And around 2 a.m., my husband stormed into the bedroom. He was furious. "She's crying," he yelled. "You humiliated my family." I sat up, smiled, and said, "Yeah, sucks, doesn't it?" Then I rolled over and went back to sleep. They left the next morning without saying a word. No goodbye, no apology, nothing. Months later, when we visited his parents in Europe, his sister refused to see us. She couldn't even look at me. And honestly, that was the best silence I've ever heard. Today, I'm happily divorced. I rebuilt my life from the ground up, again. But this time, I did it my way. No rich husband, no fake family, just me, strong, proud, and finally free. Some people think money makes them better, but all it really does is make their arrogance louder. You can't buy class, you can't fake kindness, and sometimes the sweetest revenge is watching people choke on the lies they told about you. If this story made you smile or gave you chills, smash that like button and tell me in the comments, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever witnessed? And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more real-life stories where karma wears designer heels and justice comes with a twist of lime.